Just in on trade is this 1965 Buick Skylark convertible. It's done in original bamboo yellow. That's exactly how it is today with the black bucket seat console interior. So it is an upgraded Skylark. It's not the bench seat car. This car has been very highly optioned. It's got power steering, it's got power brakes, it's got what I believe to be the original 300 V8 engine, 4-barrel carburetor. It's the Y2 paint, which is the bamboo yellow, 158-B, which is the black bucket seat interior. Very nice engine compartment, very solid on the inner fenders. The floors, frame, and trunk. As far as you can look at all the floor pan pictures and stuff I put on the website, it all appeared very solid. Engine compartment looks real nice for a driver quality car. He's went ahead and put a brand new power brake booster on it, new power steering pump, stuff like that has been updated. As far as our hood gap on the driver's side, a little bit wider on the front than in the back, but not bad, and it lines up nice and smooth. As far as our passenger side gap, it's got a nice gap from front to back. At the very front of the car, the hood is in just a little bit from the fender. Probably needs that to be adjusted or a stopper put in there. As far as our original grille goes, there's a little bit of pitting, but it's an excellent looking grille. Front bumper's in great shape as well. It's original. It's got a couple little scratches. You know, it's got some scratches here up close and then some down in here. But as far as the main appearance of the chrome, it's a great driver quality bumper. As we look at the car in a whole, it's got new Hankook tires on it, new brakes on it. Power window switches, all that stuff's been replaced if necessary. It's an absolutely beautiful turnkey driver condition car. It has an older paint job on it. It was old when we owned the car last time about 5 years ago. We sold it to a guy down in southern Missouri, and he owned it for about 4 or 5 years and traded it back in here in the last week. So very nice car, what I would classify as an excellent driver condition car. Paint's probably 20 years old, so it has some little blisters which I'll point out, but I'm not going to be able to point out all the little paint touch-ups. It's had a lot of chips and stuff with touch-ups on it. You know, what I'd classify it as is an awesome looking parade quality car. As we go across the hood, it's got some touch-ups here in the front. It's got some in the back corner over there. As we look at the front fender has no blisters in it anywhere. It's very solid, very nice. We're going in here into the lower door. It does have a blister right there, about the size of the end of my finger. Not popped open or nothing, but it does have one. And you can see it's just a very, very minute, tiny, tiny little blister right on the back of the door. Other than that, the door is excellent. It's got some paint touch-ups right here in this quarter. It's got a little blister here. And it's got one back here. So probably 10, 15, 20 years ago when the paint was done, had a little bit of work done in that rear quarter, passenger side. No blisters anywhere in the lower quarter above the wheel, above the rocker molding. That's all excellent. It's got a little crack in the paint right there. You know, a bunch of little touch-ups here. As we look up and down the sides, very straight old car. Besides those issues I pointed out in the quarter panel and the little blisters in the door, it's got some touch-ups and stuff, but all in all, just a great looking driver. Back bumper looks really nice. The chrome is excellent. Dual exhaust sounds great coming out the back. As far as our back taillight panel, very unique to 65 Buicks. The chrome is very, very presentable, but it's got a lot of pitting along this middle here on the edges. Trunk lid gap, stuff like that is in great shape. Also, we took the original spare and all that stuff out of there. We have the spare and the jack and that kind of stuff. Comes with the car, but we just re-spatter painted the trunk, so it's still a little wet yet, so we haven't put it back in. As we look at our door gaps on the passenger side is excellent. There is some pits and some little stuff like that on the handle itself. We open up the corner of the door. You can tell the corner of the door had just a little bit of work done on it, but on the outside, like I said, it's nice and solid. And all this work that was done on this car was done many, many years ago. So, as far as our door jamb paint, the door jamb paint ain't quite as nice as the exterior paint. It's a little thinner. Door panel is an original and is in excellent shape. The chrome armrest bezels, the chrome it's a plastic coated chrome. It's starting to peel a little bit. It's kind of discoloring. Dash pad is excellent. There's no crack. Well, there's one crack here I just seen on the dash pad, very small, right on the edge. Other than that, the rest of the dash pad is nice. The dash itself is all original. It's got the original AM radio. It does have a power antenna as well at the back. Power antenna works as well as the original radio. Carpet is older. It looks to me like it's the original carpet. The carpet probably should be replaced. It's 100% original. It's even got a bad spot on the carpet right over here. I'm guessing it's the original carpet. It's got the factory console. It's got a factory tack. I don't know if it's the original tack, but it was a factory tack car, and the tack works. Bucket seats are in great shape. Somebody at one point, it's got painted black chrome around the edges, so maybe a guy wants to put a new chrome kit, which is about 20-30 bucks around those bucket seats, would kind of look nice. Back seat's perfect. It's got the factory seat belts. Back door panels are excellent. All the back lights and stuff works. The courtesy lights all work on it. Door really shuts nice, lines up nice. Does have dual mirrors. As we look up and down the driver's side is a little nicer than the passenger side. Doesn't have as many flaws, and I'll point out the stuff that it does have. But if you look up and down the sides, it's a very straight car. Like I mentioned before, the back bumper is in great shape. Another thing I forgot to mention, the S in the Skylark is broke off on the other side. It's got a few paint touch-ups right here. You can kind of tell what I'm talking about. And then another one right up there. But this rear quarter is in a lot better shape as far as, you got some little hairline cracks right in here. But there ain't no other bad spots in that quarter panel. There's right in front of behind the door here at the lower quarters, a couple little blisters here. Paint touch up here. And there's some paint touch ups right there where the door meets, front fender. So like I said, the paint, to be a show quality car, you need to repaint the car for sure and do a little bit of work on those rear quarters. But all in all, it's a very solid old car and runs and drives excellent. Door rubbers are all in great shape. Driver's side door panel is excellent, just like the passenger side. It's got the Buick rally wheel, the horn works, seats are perfect, no rips or tears anywhere in the seats that I can see. Does have a power top seems to work well. Very easy to latch too, just one hand, it's all latched. You don't have to monkey with the top. As far as our power windows go, let's see which one does what. It's my back one over here, back one over there. This one's a little slower. Looks like that one needs a little help. I'll try it on here once. That power window motor must be getting a little weak. On the passenger side it does work, but it needs help going up. Go ahead and put it down for now. Gas gauge works on the car. Heater, fan works. Go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and put the antenna up. It's got the original Delco transition AM radio. Power antenna's up now, so that'll start coming in here pretty quick. Also, the tack works.
So have you stopped all of that dysfunction there?
Well, I just started this week by
Radio works. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. Power antenna switches, and there's a transition switch there so you don't get that whine in the radio. Wipers are working as well. So everything on the car works just fine, except for the one power window switch, or one power window motor is getting a little weak over on that passenger side. Shocks feel real good on it. Front suspension is perfect. No hands on the wheel. Hit the brakes, no pull left or right. Mechanically, the previous owner really made this a super nice driving car. The steering is nice and tight on it. The power steering works freely. Doesn't catch at all. No play in the steering wheel. This is a really nice run and driving convertible. I can jump in this and go. Car does have front seat belts as well. I know I mentioned the back seat belts. Speedometer works fine. Another thing that doesn't work besides that window motor slow is the factory clock is not working. Here's your brakes again. Great pedal, power brakes. Shut my door a little bit and get it shut all the way. There we go. The 300 4 barrels, not a powerhouse, but as you can see, it gets right up to speed. Transmission shifts nice, about 55 if you lay into it the whole way. Best of all is the way it goes down the road. Nice and tight. Just a super nice car. There's your brakes again, no pull. This car you can jump in and drive home. I wouldn't see any problem with it at all. Transmission's got a nice firm shift.